Hello, welcome to Thrive. Thrive in life, thrive in business. Today we are considering the business plan God wants you to write. The business plan God wants you to write. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do and He will establish your plans. We are considering planning in partnership with God. Whatever you are doing in this business, you're planning alongside with God. All right? Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. The word commit here means to roll over, to cast your burden onto someone else's shoulders. God is not asking for your plan after you have figured everything out. He's asking to be part of the planning process from the very beginning of your business. The business plan He wants you to write is not the one you present to investors. It is the one you develop on your knees. As a child of God, as a Christian, after you have built that plan and everything, you commit it to God. You don't just do something on your own without carrying God along in your business. You are already aware that whatever you are building, He knows tomorrow. He can guide you through things without having for you to fail first. He can guide you from the beginning so that you don't fall short. Your feet are ordered by Him. Whatever you are doing when it comes to your business, God has to be carried along in this business of yours. A business plan developed in partnership with God is qualitatively different from one developed from human analysis alone. You can have human analysis and it looks perfect in your eyes, but God is saying, why don't you add this one? Why don't you remove this one? And you need to learn to trust Him. Not because the financial projections are supernaturally accurate, but because the purpose is aligned, the values are embedded, the priorities are ordered correctly, and the whole thing is held with open hands rather than white-knuckled grip. Write the plan, commit it to God, then watch what God establishes in your plan. 3 lessons. Number 1, what a God-committed business plan includes that others does not. What a God-committed business plan includes that others does not. A conventional business plan has market analysis, competitive landscape, revenue model, and financial projections. A God-committed business plan includes all of that, plus a purpose statement, honest about the kingdom dimension of that business. A values statement specific enough to actually constrain decisions. A stewardship plan showing how the business will tithe, will give, and deploy resources beyond its own growth. And a surrender statement, an honest declaration that this business belongs to God and His direction is subject to His leading, even when it contradicts your own projections. That last element is what makes it genuinely God-committed. So after you have built a regular business plan that everybody else does, then you begin to include it in that document. You begin to include how that project belongs to God. You're going to say, oh, this is how I'm going to tithe this project. God's hand is all over the document. You can see that God is a big factor in that document, because everything you have written after the financial analysis and all, you still have God planned into whatever you have planned. Then we can say that God Himself is an investor in your business. Number 2 lesson, the practical elements of a solid business plan. The practical elements of a solid business plan. Regardless of business size, a useful plan covers 5 areas. The why, that's the purpose beyond your profits. The what, the specific product or service and what makes it distinctly valuable. The who, the specific customer described in enough detail to find them and serve their specific need. The how, the operational model, the delivery system, team required, infrastructure needed, and then finally the numbers. Realistic revenue projections based on honest assumptions, cost structure, cash flow model. A plan without numbers is not a plan. So when you have figured the why, the what, the who, the how, you need to now figure the numbers as well. Very important. And number 3 lesson which I want to pass across today is holding the plan loosely while working it diligently. The tension in business planning is between commitment and flexibility. You need enough conviction to execute through difficulty and enough looseness to recognize when God is redirecting you. So you have had everything planned, but you still hold it loosely, giving room for God to say, turn this today, do this tomorrow. You still have room for God to speak to you on what you are running in that business. That is when you say that business, God is involved. Very important. The person who holds the plan too tightly cannot pivot when clear signals demand it. The person who holds it too loosely never executes long enough to know whether it works. But the wisdom is knowing how to hold it tightly and when to hold it loosely and when. God factor in all of that. Proverbs 16 verse 9, your plan, your course, and the Lord establishes your steps. You plan your course and the Lord establishes your step. Both are true simultaneously. Your job is to plan well, commit the plan to God, work it diligently, and stay attentive to the steps He's establishing next. As long as you have your plan all true, let God have a say in what you are building. 3 things you should do as this is concerned. Number one, write or review your business plan and add God committed elements. If you don't have God committed elements, you need to go and include them now as a Christian. A kingdom purpose statement, a specific values framework, a stewardship plan, and a surrender statement. Add it to your documents. Number two, build a quarterly plan review into your business. Business plans written once and never revisited are historical documents. Review every quarter. What has changed? What has the market taught you? What has God been redirecting you on? Updating the plan to reflect what you have learned. There is need for you to keep adjusting it. And finally, commit your business plan to God in prayer this week. Have a conversation where you bring the plan before God, acknowledge it belongs to Him, ask Him to establish what is of Him and direct what is not of God, and genuinely open your hands to His directions. I hope this has blessed you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.